Oh hell! Here we are. Morning, folks. Morning. And it's pretty warm for the winter here in Georgia. This is why I live in the South and not up there where Lavish and them be living, because it's crazy to be living in Detroit or some New York, Chicago. That's crazy. Who would live up there? That's crazy. But people do it, and I'm not hating on you for that. Listen, interesting subject today. We have a new story about two nomad bikies, and bikies are 1%ers over in Australia and New Zealand. They don't call them bikers there; they call them bikies, and they were jailed for some crimes. One of which was shooting a member of their own motorcycle club as punishment. So we're going to talk about that. It seems to be this happens in some clubs, especially on like the white biker set. And we're going to talk about when your own club whoops your ass. I think that's an interesting topic of discussion this morning. So we're going to talk about that. Also, in Australia, we're also going to talk about ice ravaged bikies. Ice meaning the drug ice. Ice ravaged bikies. So ice ravaged 1%ers, rats and money grabs inside the labor union there, the CFMEU labor union, and what they're trying to do to clean it up. And we got a couple other stories if we get around to it. Hey, man, what happens when the United States government seizes your motorcycle clubhouse? The former Grim Reaper's headquarters is now owned by the United States of America. And that is crazy when they steal your motorcycle club. We see this in Canada and stuff. We've been following for years as they were trying to, and ultimately took the Hells Angels clubhouse. But Lord have mercy. Does that happen here in the United States of America? Yes, it does. And we will talk about it. All of these things and a few more we'll be talking about as we get along on this beautiful Wednesday morning here, December the 18th, 10 days before Christmas. I'm Black Dragon, and I want to say thank you for tuning in, and we will be right back at you right after this brief introduction. Beaten by your own motorcycle club. Wow.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of news popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the day of the hit this year, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, we're paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Just self-educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Well, right in. It's your boy Black Dragon and your boy Lavish T. Or is it like your uncle Black Dragon and your boy Lavish T?
What's happening? What's happening, man? What's going on?
T. Williams t-shirt on. It must not be too hot out there or too cold today.
No, I got the hoodie on, man. It's manageable. I'm used to it.
Oh my goodness. Good morning to you, man. Good morning.
Hey.
God bless you.
I hear that it's supposed to be nice down there today. I hear it's supposed to be like 60 degrees down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I keep up with what's going on down there.
No. What's up, Vegas? Checking in. King Kennedy from Vegas checking it in. Why am I reading backwards? Rock Machine MC Canada. What's up, man? Yeah, we got Hardwire. We got everybody on this morning. Yeah, we're doing our thing, man. Balmy, 34 degrees here in North Ontario. Do they mean 34 Celsius? Is that what they use down there?
No, he put the F there, Fahrenheit.
Oh, he did put the F there. Okay. Hey, I don't know. I'm not up there with them. This could be Ontario. This doesn't have to be Ontario, Canada, though. This could be
Ontario, California.
California, yeah. It really could be. Hey, bro. It is an interesting news day. There are some clubs that kick your ass when you make a mistake. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say I heard of it, but I heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know some guys, especially on the white set. This is not something I particularly really realize happened on the black set, but I've had guys tell me, "Yeah, man, I messed up. My diamond's mad at me, or my number two's mad, whatever the case may be. I'm getting ready to get a black eye." And the first time I ever heard that, I was like, "You get ready to get what?" Getting ready to get a black eye. I'm like, from your own people? You getting ready to get a black eye from your own people? I don't understand it. I think I would lose my mind. I wish I don't wish that somebody would, but man, Lavish, I see you on the phone over there trying to whisper. But I saw that was cool the way you held your hand like that. I like that. Not a whole bunch of people would have known that, but I had to call that out. But
yeah, that's what I do. You notice whenever I get to covering my mouth up, man, I'm actually having a conversation over here.
Good, though. I like that.
Yeah, hey, that's the media guy. That's the media guy in me, man.
Yeah, and you're picking that up, man. I like that. I like that in you. But Lavish.
Yeah.
When I heard someone tell me they was getting their eye blackened and they were okay with it. Yeah.
I don't know. I
gotta take that.
For me, man.
That's crazy. I gotta take that, man. Richard said my older half brother lives in Australia and grew up here in the United States, but they use Celsius in Australia. So there you go, man. Somebody said black eyes matter. See, man. And then Hardwire 1%er gives him the fist bump. Like there's some guys that know this, man. They really believe that they think that's okay. Well, on the other side of the story, I tell you what, I can't be your brother after you whoop my ass.
I can't either, man.
Not something that I understand. It's not, we black men, I've said this before. The reason you won't see that on the black set is, and I don't know what happens in black 1%er clubs, but I never remember anybody telling me they got their ass whipped by a bro as punishment. But I'm sure it could happen. But I think we black men, we just have this history with being beat and enslaved and all that.
We just don't put your hands on us. We don't like being touched, man.
Don't touch.
That's just the moral of the story. We don't like being touched, man. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't put your hands on.
But what if your national came in and said, "Oh, no, man, I can't have this. Hey, Sergeant, blacken his eye."
It's gonna be a hell of a rumble.
It's gonna be a rumble in the.
Because at that point, man, it's like you testing somebody's manhood, man, and that's the way that I look at it.
But is that not the ultimate sacrifice for the club?
It's not the sacrifice that I'm willing to take for any club. The club probably wouldn't fit me.
Well, in this story here, bro, this is crazy. Not only did they discipline the guy, they shot him. They shot him. So we got to hear this story. This is kind of crazy. So here we go. These are two nomads, bikies, and they don't say nomads for what club, put 2 senior bikies, and you guys know when we say bikies, we're talking about 1%ers, have been jailed over a home invasion and gang shooting in a place called Lake Macquarie. A Newcastle court hearing today, they were acting under the instruction of the Nomads sergeant at arms. So here we go. Let's play this and get to the beginning. Action.
It was a violent West Wallsend home invasion in September 2021 that marked the start of a 7-month crime spree. Today, Justin Bell and James Boardman sentenced for their role in assaulting a suspected rival gang member with batons at his home in the early hours of the morning. Then, in April 2022, they were also involved in the gang-related shooting of a Nomads nominee at Freeman's Waterhole. The 27-year-old was shot above the knee by Nomad President and Sergeant-at-Arms Jason Bailey after the nominee tested positive for ice at a roadside drug test. Bailey, the ringleader of both incidents, was jailed for a minimum 8.5 years in July. The court hearing today, whilst it's accepted Mr. Bell wasn't aware of how the nominee would be dealt with, he knew there was some form of physical punishment. And based on Bell's significant and ongoing criminal history, a forensic psychologist found he has a moderate to high likelihood of reoffending. His defense barrister admitting there's no way to look into the crystal ball and actually know. The court hearing both men are in the process of leaving the gang. Boardman's defense barrister saying he says he's leaving. These things take time. It's not like flicking a switch. Judge Roy Ellis responding, I'm well aware of the difficulties of leaving. You've got to pay, you get a big fine and get a big beating to get out. But the strongest demonstration of remorse is not so much what they've said, it's if they have left. Between them, the pair pleaded guilty to offences from reckless wounding to specially aggravated break and enter with a weapon. The judge ultimately sentencing Boardman to a minimum of 2 years and 2 months in prison, while Bell will spend 1 year and 2 months behind bars. Risa Utama, NBN News.
Now, there's some stuff I just find incredible. I'm well aware of the difficulties of leaving the motorcycle club. You got to pay. Pay what? You kidding me? Pay what? To leave? You get a big fine. So you got to pay and you get a fine and you get a big beating to get out of the club. Boy, holy freaking moly, bro.
I got to get a beating to get out the club, man.
We're beating your ass. You want to leave? We're not good enough for you anymore?
Yeah.
You think you're too good for us? Hey,
man,
fellas,
listen,
you think you're too good for us?
Them some hardcore bikers right there, man. That's some real hardcore sons and of Archie type of shit, man. Especially when you got guys like in the series that send their own members to mayhem, man. What the fuck? I mean, come on, man. Hey, listen, that ain't the life for me, dude.
No. Versa says on the set, home team discipline is always in order. Man, I find me whooping my ass is not my idea. I think we Northern riders are hard MFers. If the roads are dry and the tread is deep, let's ride. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I have seen a probate hit by a 1% member for interrupting a conversation huddle at an HD dealer event. I was like, damn, won't mention the club, but it was a big national club. Man, bro, if you was to hit my ass at a big meeting in front of people, I'm fixing to whoop your ass. We getting ready to get it.
It's going to be some stuff going on, man.
We fixed a way to get it, man. Don't walk away from me. Answer me. Shut up. You make me do this to you. You make me do this to you. Oh my goodness, says the gatekeeper. So here's another thing that I was disappointed in. If you would look at this, they went to jail for this piece of garbage. Is this even a full gun?
I was thinking about that, man. When I was looking at it, I said, whoa, what the hell is that?
Is this even a full gun? Where's the rest of it?
Where's the rest of that shit, man?
There's no trigger. What is this, like a zip gun? You punch it in the back and it shoots? What the? I've never seen. They got the nerve to have a sight on it. Give me a break. Oh my gosh. Is there any accuracy? You might as well throw this at somebody.
Crazy shit, man.
It's all dirty and rusty. This is the state of the guns that they have over there. You're kidding me. Look at this old German Luger. It's what that looks like. Holy moly. Look at this all this is the condition you bros keep y'all's guns in?
Man,
Boy,
they got some
stop.
real hell of a shit compared to the Americans, man.
Boy, that gun
Is that a
needs
Walter P38?
either that or it might be a Walthrop or it looks like a Luger to me of some. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. Looks like some. I don't know what the hell kind of gun that is. That looks like a Luger, maybe a 32 or something. Who knows what kind of gun that is? My audience should know. Oh my gosh, you went to prison for this. Bro, somebody's ass needs to be whooped. I'm from the military. We can't have no dirty guns like this laying around. That's what you need an ass whooping for.
Yeah.
You need an ass whooping for the condition of that gun, man. Oh my goodness, man. Anyway, Mr. Switch said FOFA. Isn't it supposed to be FAFO, FAFO? Find out, fuck around, and got it backwards. Then you'll get rat packed. So some of these guys understand that. Oh, that is the upper receiver of an SKS, is what that is. See, my viewers know everything. This is an SKS. It's the worst one I've ever seen. And wow, they're getting it in installments. They don't have to be. They don't have to be. Except this, they are allowed to defend themselves. They don't. They are. They. I hope so. Black Dragon. They know what they're getting into. Most clubs are pretty upfront in the commitment. Pretty upfront on the commitment and tell them what that commitment means to leave before they prospect. So I guess they let you know. Oh, listen, if you mess up, we're gonna be whooping your ass. And bros be like, okay, all right.
I'm not the one that's gonna say, oh, okay. That's not gonna be me at all, man.
Pixel said first gun was an SKS. Well, part of it. Yeah, not a Mauser, so probably a Luger. It looked like a Luger to me. Oh, Carney got it right this time. Anyway, that I thought was crazy. And I remember when I was first getting into biker TV, and this had to be like maybe 2009 or so, and I had been looking for this video. I cannot find it. And you had these guys in a club, and I think it was overseas, and the president said something to one of the guys, and the sergeant at arms turned around and busted his ass right straight in the mouth. And I have not been able to find that video no matter how hard I have looked. And I want that video, man. I remember back then, I was like, he stood and punched him in the meeting in front of everybody, and your boy just took that punch and looked back.
Yeah, I told you, man, them some bad motherfuckers, man. they some bad guys. Hey, they some bad guys, better than me.
Oh my God. Pow! Yes, President. Oh my God. I'd be like, have you lost your Oh my God, I might kill somebody over something like that in my own club. I've seen brothers in my club pull guns on each other.
I've seen fights amongst each other. You know, people get into it, but to say, all right, listen, Dragon, we're gonna need you down at the club, man, about 5 o'clock, because we're gonna fuck you up, man. You got an ass whooping coming. I
have seen the whole club turn on a 65-year-old dude, and they were gonna take his colors from him, whether they had to whoop his ass or not. And this bro wound up. I never seen a 65-year-old fight. He was throwing punches like a 30-year-old. He walked away with them colors, bro. I guess the club didn't want to hurt him, but he was punching bros in the mouth like Paul Bunyan out here. Just pop, pop, pop. He walked away with his colors. They was going to take his colors, not that day. So anyway, keep your hands to yourself, depending on what club you are, like my man says on here. If you've joined that kind of a club, Jason says they know what they're getting into, and they know the commitment up front, and the commitment might include some black eyes and shot in the leg. They shot that man in the leg, but he was high on ice, and I guess they have a no drug policy maybe, and they got pulled over, or you're high on ice, we're riding, and we get pulled over at a test point, and you get caught high on ice, so we're going to shoot you in the leg. Man, you lost your whole effing mind. Once I limp my ass up out of here and heal up, boy, you got a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You got a problem. We might not ever be friends again. Okay, so I covered the story a while back, and it's still running. So you have over there in Australia, you got this labor union, CFMEU, and it was rumored that the bikies had taken it over, and they were doing all kinds of inside deals and everything. And you know how labor unions can go. I mean, you're up there in Detroit. There's a labor union city, right? And
Yeah.
you know, the labor union controls everything and doles out jobs and stuff like that. So it came down to the fact that they accused this being run by one percenters, and they decided to clean it up. So ice ravaged, so we're talking about dope ravaged bikies, rats, and money grabs inside the cleanup at the CMEU. So it's been nearly 4 months since all branches of the Construction, Forestry, and Maritime Employees Union were forced into administration, and hundreds of union officers were kicked out. I mean, hundreds. They said that the bikies and organized crime was well ingrained in this labor union. And so they brought it under administration. I guess that means the government took over the administration of it, and they assigned their own guy. The government wanted a clean slate after allegations of bullying, intimidation, infiltration from outlaw bikie gangs. Now those underworld figures are seeking payback. Yes, sir. They want payback. And the man tasked with cleaning up the union is now facing death threats. So today, associate editor of the Saturday paper, Martin McKenzie Murray, on the challenge of cleaning up the CFMEU and enduring influence of John Setka, who was the guy they put out, and his loyalists. So they put this leader out saying he was taking kickback, you know, all the stuff they say, and this guy's loyalist. So now it looks like this guy that they chose to change it, that's him right there, is undergoing death threats and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to be following the story to see what happens. They're mad. They're saying that he's using the illegal no ticket rule, all kinds of stuff. And we're going to be watching it and see what happens, man. But it's nasty over there, man. It's getting nasty. This thing's heating up. They're threatening killing folks and carrying on. It's pretty ugly, you know? Jason says the reason I could never be a diamond, Marine, OCS, and TBS was enough hazing for me, not being treated like that again. Oh, understood. Those of us who've been through the military have already been through the bullshit. What's up, Mike Ball? Good to see you this morning. You guys got to make sure to check out Mike Ball at the Insane Wheels show here on YouTube. Insane Wheels starts at 11 a.m. each morning. So let me ask you this. Have you ever known a motorcycle club to get its clubhouse taken?
Well, I've seen other clubs take over a motorcycle club. It did patch them over.
But have you seen the government come in and take somebody's motorcycle?
Government. No, I personally haven't.
I've seen it happen a few times. I saw it happen in Los Angeles to a top black club. They took over they took their club. They labeled them a nuisance. Man, we used to go to that clubhouse all the time, man. They were so cool. And and I saw them take it. So this can happen. We were watching it happen. We've been watching over the last several years. It took them several years to take over $3 million worth of properties from the Hells Angels up in Canada. And we watched that whole process. They shut down their club. Man, for some of the craziest shit, like you've made your clubhouse so that we, the government, can't look in. You've hardened it. You've put up steel siding on the windows, and you've made it where we can't look in. That was against the rules of the government. You've hardened your facility against us. And you would think that stuff couldn't happen in the United States, but here's a story right here. Former Grim Reaper's headquarters is now owned by the United States of America. And this happened in November of this year. Here, you guys have heard of the Green Reapers. We've done many stories about them. They've been around for a long time. This is in the 1970s. This is pictures of them outside their clubhouse in Newburgh, Indiana, in the late 1970s. This is their colors. This is over in Newburgh. And this is all by their clubhouse and stuff. And you can see these guys have been at it for a minute. And every time you turn around, man, they're driving a big old huge tank through their front door, whatever the case may be. Ever since I've started Biker News, they've been dealing with these guys and messing with them. Now it looks like the former home of an Evansville motorcycle club now is owned by the federal government. But what happens next? And when the building may fall into private hands again is something officials aren't eager to share. So they have now seized the headquarters. The feds have seized the ex-headquarters of the Grim Reapers Motorcycle Club at 1104 East Diamond Avenue. Late last year, Vandenberg County Assessor records show its owner is now listed as the United States of America.
The United States of America.
How are they gonna, man? And they can take your motorcycle clubhouse, obviously. And it was crazy. The Fed seized it and they took it and they took ownership of it. The same thing they were trying to do to the colors of the Mongols Motorcycle Club. They were trying to take possession of the colors and the name, and instead of the name being listed as owned by the Mongols, the name, the colors, the likeness, all of that was going to be listed owned by the federal government had they won their 12-year-long case against them. It came at the culmination of an extensive investigation. It's always an extensive investigation, like it was an extensive investigation into the Mongols, into members of the group who allegedly ran a large-scale methamphetamine ring out of the building. After a 2019 raid, a slew of indictments in 2020, 15 people were sentenced on felony charges ranging from conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine to various firearm offenses. Now, here's where it gets kind of weird because, like, if it's you that's breaking the law, right? Why not go to your house and take it? Why are you taking the clubhouse? The suspect slapped with the longest sentence as a lead supplier, Central Holman IV, is now trying to overturn this spate of events that has happened. According to a complaint filed in U.S. District Court earlier this month, Holman is appealing his 21-year prison sentence he received in 2022 after pleading guilty, saying that he had ineffective counsel. He also claims he was out of state at times when prosecutors claimed he was in the area distributing drugs. Holman filed a complaint on November 4th. As of Thursday, no hearings had been scheduled. Now, the case involving the former headquarters isn't as active. Although it's listed as ongoing in the federal court records, there haven't been any hearings or status conferences in the past 6 months and no major movement since last year. On May 24th, after multiple delays, attorneys and Magistrate Judge Crystal Wildman had a short conference over the phone. Court records show, but a follow-up set for August was canceled. So what's going on? The issue seems to be the building itself. The United States continues to work with the United States Marshal Service and an interested party regarding the sale and or transfer of the defendant property. So that's the holdup. They're trying to unload this thing as quickly as possible. U.S. attorneys wrote in a request for a continuance in May. Additional time is needed for evaluation, recommendation, and approvals. The United States believes this case will be resolved without further litigation. The motion is not being made for the purpose of undue delay, but rather for the United States to have additional time to prepare a report for the court, they said. The Courier and Press, this is the paper covering this, asked the U.S. District Court spokesman Dora Lynch how a potential sale of the building would work. Citing the ongoing investigation, she declined to comment and directed a report to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Well, it's simple. They're going to take their damn property and sell it to somebody, just like that.
Yeah.
She declined to comment. No, this is the clubhouse. We've looked at it many, many times. It's been through a lot of hell over the years. So how did the federal government take over the club? Here's the weird part.
What they say, it was in the interest of the people. It was in the best interest of the people.
Well, but they got to be able to get it from somebody. And they had to tie it to the crime to take it. And this is something you should think about when you got brothers living in your clubhouse. How the federal government took control of a former motorcycle club and exotic dancing lounge. So this had everything going on, strippers in it, everything. You know how we like to do motorcycle clubs. You know, there's no secret to how we like to do motorcycle clubs. All this means the federal government now owns a former motorcycle bar and strip club. The path to that began in 2022, 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, when former GRMC leader Gary Wayne Forston signed a plea agreement that eventually led to his 16-year prison sentence. So the president signed a plea agreement, and this began the seizure of the clubhouse. He had been charged with 12 counts in the case, including conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine. Prosecutors said Forston lived at the headquarters while the alleged meth ring was going on. There you go. Boom. There's the tie. Because of that, Forston then agreed that the property was subject to forfeiture, and he consented to the forfeiture of his interest in the property. The amended complaint said against him. The government took ownership of the building in November 2023. So the club didn't really get a say in this at all. According to assessor records, that makes them the fourth owner of a structure that before the Grim Reapers had brought it in 2017, once housed the She Lounge, an exotic dancing joint that dated back to the 1970s. I like that, the She Lounge. Aside from 1104 East Diamond, the United States of America is the listed owner and assessor records of the Winfield K. Denton Federal Courthouse, the Army Reserve, and downtown post office. It also owns 2 parcels of land on Old Henderson Road that stretch across 22 acres now of Dogtown Boat Ramp. And this 6th property is obviously an outlier. It seems like officials are trying to offload it onto a new owner. I wonder if it'll be a strip club again. Anyway, when that happens, nobody will know. Maybe the person buys the club and gives it back to the motorcycle club. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I'm sure that's not gonna happen.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Hey man, I got you guys your club back. Can I be a member? Yeah. No, I don't guess. But man, is that crazy? That's crazy.
That's definitely.
Hey man.
In the real world, you'll think that, you'll have somebody that would actually do that. Yeah, they say, hey, no, I got plans for this building already. I bought it because I want to do XYZ.
Maybe if you show up at his house one night, hey man, and we want our clubhouse back now. Stop playing.
Right.
Right? Hey, somebody else has accused Sean Diddy of 3 men. 3 men have accused Sean Diddy, P. Diddy, and they're coming out anonymous. I don't like that. I don't like that you get to come out anonymous on people when you're charging them with something so heinous. But
the attorney for these 3 that I just detailed is Thomas Gifford, and he joins me now. Counsel, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Nice to see you again.
You've been doing this a long time.
Yep.
I know you by reputation.
Correct.
You are not known as a shyster lawyer who's chasing a check.
what lawyer is not known as a shyster lawyer who's chasing a check?
They all chasing that check.
Come on, man.
Chasing that bag.
He's just doing it for posterity. Come on.
First, give us some context. How many cases have you seen in your life of allegations of men saying that they were drugged and raped?
Very few. I have seen less than 10. But here's a fact. 9% of all rapes in the United States of America are men.
9.
Damn. Lavish. 9% of all rapes in America are men.
How many times have you been raped, man?
Well, women often take it from me. Nothing I can do about it. I endeavor to say no, They want the old Santa. I don't know what it is about it. I warn them. I said, "Don't do that, Tia. Get you."
Man.
And they be clawing at me and say, "How about you? How about you, young brother?"
No, man.
You're a predator. You go after single moms at funerals. We know about you.
No predator, man. No predator at all, man.
Oh my goodness.
I sit there, man, and I wish, like, when I sit back and I hear these stories of these high school kids and the guys, the high school boys, the teenage boys, and they had these sexual encounters with their teachers, and they get the teachers fired and they go tell. I sit back and I just wish that for me, that could have been me back in the 90s. It would be nothing for me to tell. I would be so freaking excited by it. Like, holy shit, I'm getting my rocks off, and I'm getting my rocks off by the teacher.
With Mrs. Roberts. With Mrs. Roberts. And she was, Mrs. Roberts
I was in the counselor's office, and I did this. It would be no reason for me to be a whistleblower to go and get this woman fired. I'm going to keep this stuff up. Matter of fact, can I make sure you give me an A in this class?
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting an A and all kind of stuff, bro.
God, dog. So
no, there's no telling.
I'm a different person. Listen, give me that experience. Give me my 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, high school, even middle school. Give me that experience. It probably would have changed my whole life.
My ex-girlfriend Renee was a school teacher. She was 42 when I was 27, and she rocked a brother. She's 70 something now and still fine as hell. She can get it. She could still get it. She's fine still. She's still fine. She kept it up, kept working out and stuff. But I never had a school teacher at school.
Now, let me tell you, when I was in third grade, man, because, I don't know where she's at now. Yeah, I was in third grade, man. I was a little pervert, man. You know what I'm saying? I like women. And it was this teacher, man. I was in third grade, and I'm looking at the age difference of where I'm at now. She might not even still be alive, but her name was Miss Clark, man. And she, back then teachers used to wear, appropriate clothing and stuff like that. They dressed up, but she used to wear this. She used to, come to class with her heels on. And this is when I found out I like legs and thighs.
Yeah.
And that. And I remember, and I swear to you, man, it was this guy that used to sit across from me, because the tables were like, the desk was here, then it was another desk there. So you're sitting across from the students. And I used to always tell her, I need some help. And when she used to come over, she'll bend over over to be on my paper. And I used to sit like right here. She'll be right there. And I'll just be looking at her cleavage. I'll just be looking down at her cleavage with a smile.
Oh, my goodness.
Always call her and get her for some help. And I used to tell the other guy across from me, I'm like, tell her to help you with your thing. Tell her to help you, because now when she's on his side,
yes, sir,
she bends down, you can see it. And for me being a kid, seeing her bra in the top of her breast,
that was everything.
It was such a thrill.
Yeah.
It was such a thrill. Oh, man. Yeah.
Pixel said he had one. She was 26 when he was 15. Damn. You guys out here.
Oh, man. Listen. So, I mean, I don't know how we got on this, but I got a lot of stories.
Let me tell you what. There was one. Her name was Susie. I was in kindergarten, and Susie had a dress, and I wanted to see up her skirt. So I laid down on the ground and I waited for her to walk over the top of me. And she walked up, you know how they step over the kids. She stepped over the top of me, and I got a gander, and I could see her slip and everything. And then what does my dumb ass do? I sit up and I said, I saw Susie's underwear. I saw Susie's underwear. And the little kid, little girl, little blonde haired girl, I don't even know her damn name, went and told on me, Lavish. She went and told on me. pulled me into the office, and I was so scared. They said, "We're going to wash your mouth out with soap." You know, they did that kind of shit in Oklahoma back then. And I was like,
they're going to wash your mouth out with soap for looking. You didn't
cuss. Well, they can't wash your eyes out with soap. So they said, "We're going to wash your mouth out with soap." I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh my God, they're going to wash my mouth out with soap. What the hell is that going to taste like?" I was so scared. And my mom comes and picks me up. It was about time for my mom to come get me. And I was so glad to be saved from having my mouth washed out with soap. And I never looked at Miss Susie again.
Listen, I had a neighbor over. I don't even, because you'd be surprised who'd be watching the podcast, man. So I don't want to say where I was at, but when I was a teenager, the next door neighbor from where the house that I was at, upstairs, you had the bedroom, but then the next door neighbor had the same type of bedroom, and the window will always be open.
Oh,
and me and my friends, like, listen, we can go upstairs and we can look out and we can see her. And we never seen any action, but at this point in time, it was enough action to see this lady in her lingerie.
Oh my goodness.
Like, oh wow. Look at this. Like, oh, and we used to have the blinds. We used to take the blinds and we used to try to crack it just a little bit where you couldn't see it. And we'll all be looking. I mean, hindsight as a kid is kind of odd because we're all different heights, but just to see the blinds, different sections of the blinds moving a little bit, and we're looking, but she never looked. And her window, she had curtains, and the curtains will always be open, and she had a light on, and she'll always be in like those little nightgowns, the little like blouses where you didn't have anything, and then you can see the bottom of her booty cheeks. Yeah, and she didn't have a bra on, and we'd just be sitting there looking like, look.
Yeah. Look, man. So I go upstairs in my attic when I was a kid and go to my babysitter. My babysitter name was Wanda Faye. She was just beautiful. She was about 14. I was about 5. She was the one. And I'd go up in the attic when she would go in the bathroom. I'd go up in the attic and look down through the fan. The fan you could look down into the fan and see her. And I would always roll up and she would always say, "Why do you go up in the attic whenever I go into the bathroom?"
You didn't want to give, you were being creepy.
I was being creepy. But anyway, it didn't go into my elder years as it has with this poor man, 55 years old. We let our creepiness go at some point. We didn't carry it on into raping people. Carry it on. To segue to the story, this poor guy, so he has 3 men who said, "Here's my problem with this. How do you," this attorney says this morning that one of the guys was drugged by Sean Puffy Combs, and he woke up and P. Diddy said, "Hold on, I'm almost finished. Lay still." Come on, bro. This is why I find this hard to believe. What the hell would you do if you woke up and P. Diddy was behind you and said, "Hold up, Lavish, be still. I'm almost finished"?
No, it's gonna be.
Come on, man!
It's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff going on.
It becomes hard to believe. It becomes hard to believe. I'm just saying, man. It becomes hard to believe, bro.
9%.
So it's low, and that's only what we know about because, again, culturally, nobody wants to come forward. Women don't want to be shamed by the process. Right. Men have even additional layers of some perceived shame. So why did you believe in these cases, and why didn't you believe in others that you were presenting?
Yeah, well, I'm having a hard time believing it. That if you Sean be spiking drinks and shit, why would you even have one?
Abuser, a sexual abuser, as they follow a pattern. They fall to type, and you become very clear on what that pattern is, particularly a serial sexual abuser. And these cases were all identical in the facts, identical in the story. It was beginning.
Could that not be because everybody's heard the story on television 100 times? That's why the stories are all identical? I mean, could it not be that?
Middle, conclusion,
they know each other?
Boom. None of them knew each other.
Did you have them meet?
No.
Did you have them coordinate stories?
No, no.
Do you
Oh, attorneys will never do that.
think they had any contact with each other before they came to you?
Absolutely not.
And when you were talking to them, well, first, the ones that you didn't take, why not?
Stories didn't make sense. Stories didn't fit the pattern. Stories were not credible. I mean, this is my 30th year as a lawyer. I've tried over 100 cases. I can assess whether somebody's story is credible. And if I don't believe it, I'm not going to put my name on a pleading, sign it, and file it in court. I'm not doing that. And that's what I did with the 60 plus cases that I rejected.
And this is not really your area of expertise. If people will look you up, celebrity lawsuits.
Anyway, he tells a story about these three guys that he says the reason he took these cases is because they were all similar and they fit a pattern. And he said serial abusers fit a pattern. And I that's what I've learned through my years of watching TV and stuff, that they seem to do the same things over and over again. Like Jeffrey Dahmer did the same things over and over again until finally somebody got free. So he says he took it because these guys all matched the pattern. 60 cases he turned away, but he took these three. And he said these men were given a drink, they fell asleep, woke up, and they were either had been raped or were in the process of being harmed or raped or fondled or whatever the case may have been. And for all this time, they kept it secret. And he says because they were afraid of P. Diddy and the group of folks he hangs out with. I never knew him to be like a gangster like that, but I'm just telling you, Lavish, I just don't know if I could still come to work and do my producing job if you had done that to me and not hit your ass with something.
I think, man, it still go back to, being a man and your manhood, man. You, a guy's guy has a certain level of pride, man, and we some prideful individuals, and if some shit like that was to happen, our natural reaction is going to be attack. I mean, for me, it's going to be attack mode.
Come on.
I don't give a fuck who you are at this particular point in time.
If you got enough proximity to me to be able to do that, I've got enough proximity to you to be able to I'm gonna get you, man. I'm fixing to get you. You can't. No, sir. That ain't. But that's why I find it. I'm a little skeptical. But you can't really be skeptical of victims. You have to listen to them and stuff like that. But all these he turned away 60 cases, but he believed 3. That's kind of crazy to me. Because any of the 60 people could be telling the truth. Why not take all their cases? I don't know. But anyway, that's the news and stuff for today, my man. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm sitting over here, man. I'm actually busy, man. I'm doing paperwork, and this line, this phone been ringing, man, which is possibly good.
Yeah, ringing phones are always good. Pretty much, man, I think. So we do this again tomorrow, 10 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
Hey, folks, I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. You can, let me pull up the right banner. You can find Lavish T. Williams, his whole name, Lavish T. Williams, The Undertaker, at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just look up Lavish T. Williams. And if you need to send him an email, it's info@lavishtwilliams.com, info@lavishtwilliams.com. And of course, his, if you want to support him and support his channel, his Cash App is $Lavish T. Williams. I want to thank everybody that showed up at my bike night last night. It was amazing. Thank you guys for listening to an old man rant. And thank you for just standing around. And we had a wonderful chat. It was so cool. All these people were at the club, at the Dragon's Lair. Thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you guys again next week. And also, I want to thank the mayor, who is the head of the Georgia Council, the chairman of the Georgia Council. It was important for me to have you there, Mayor, and your vice chair, because the very horrible things that happened to me with my motorcycle club, and the fact that they tried to put me out bad, and out bad without a trial is what they tried to do to me. And the thing about that is when someone puts that moniker on you in the motorcycle club world, nobody is supposed to ever mess with you ever again. And the
That's
fact
probably the old way of stuff, because shit, the shit that I see going around here.
and the fact that the motorcycle clubs in Georgia continue to show me love everywhere I go. I'm invited to speak. I'm invited to participate. People have invited me to join their clubs, including you, Lavish. Thank you so much. Clubs all over the United States of America have invited me. There have been several 1% motorcycle clubs that invited me. So to have the Georgia Council come, the chairman of the Georgia Council and his co-chair show up at the Dragon's Lair last night and spend so much time in love with me, to me, man, that made my whole entire day, my whole weekend, my whole month. To be invited over to the Outcast Clubhouse to come and shoot exclusively over there and give an exclusive interview, that lets me know that we keep on moving. So thank you guys so much for helping me, coming to the Dragon's Lair, hanging out with us over there at 3393 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. Bike night Tuesdays. We're building 2 down the hill behind the furniture store across from the public storage. I tell you guys that because your GPS ain't bringing you to the Dragon's Lair. It's going to take you 2 blocks over or a block down or whatever the case may be. We are across the street from public storage, behind the furniture store, down the hill in the cut. You can't see us from the highway. We're one way in, one way out. So come on your best behavior. Listen, man, just thank you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Consider our channel memberships. We got special content coming for our channel members, and you have special access to me if you need to ask me motorcycle club questions and things like that. Find me on Twitter, now known as X, at jbunchii, stands for John Bunch II. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as long as we still have TikTok, and LinkedIn. And you can get my newest book, the Motorcycle Club Protocol book, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101. This is my first book that I haven't named a Bible. Motorcycle Club.
I was just about to, as you were saying your book, I was saying in my head, I was mocking you in my head by saying, you can purchase the Motorcycle Bible. Oh, hey, listen, let me tell you this. Yesterday, I don't know if they're watching. I don't know if they're on here or not. I know it's at the end of the show. I probably should have said it earlier. I might say it again tomorrow. I was out yesterday in the great state of Michigan, excellent city of Detroit, and 2 of the Jokers members. The Jokers is a motorcycle club, and I don't know where all they're located at, but I know that they got a mother chapter in Detroit. But these 2 guys from the Jokers, they wasn't from Detroit. One of them was from Flint. And the other one was from, I forgot the city. However, they approached me while I was in the store and let me know that they were watching me and the show. So I wanted to give a shout out to those guys, man. You know who you are. I forgot his name, but it was 2 of them yesterday when I was out trying to get some fish. But their gas was out. I don't know what happened to Black Dragon's screen. It went black. But yeah, man, shout out to them guys, man, from the Jokers Motorcycle Club, man, who seen me out there, man, and everything. I want to acknowledge them. So shouts out to you guys. Black Dragon, where you at? I don't know where this guy went. He disappeared on us. He went black.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. The Jokers said they watched the show, and what else?
No, the Jokers, 2 of the guys from the Jokers Motorcycle Club. One from Flint. I'm not sure where the other guy was. It started with a C, if I'm not mistaken. It says that they watch the show. They recognized me from the show. And they watch the show, whenever they can or whatnot. And I ran into him yesterday. And it's just, sometimes you just never know who's paying attention, who's watching, to see you and find you and let you know, hey, we see you.
Yes, and we have Sven out here in the Black Forest in Germany. I guess he's going out to the Caribbean tomorrow, and want to wish you and me and our whole families and the whole family here a Merry Christmas and a peaceful Christmas. And I want to wish you a good vacation out there, and I want you to be safe, Sven. Sven is part of our family. He has been watching and communicating for years, and I feel like he was going to come out here and during the pandemic and just come to the meet me out in San Diego from Germany and come hang out at the Black Sabbath annual. And so, man, he's supposed to be here up there somewhere near you, Lavish. So,
Okay.
sometime in the new year. And when he gets over here, I'm going to find a way to travel up there to him and hang out with him. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much. Jokers, MC, we appreciate you. I can almost see their colors in my head when I close my eyes. Don't they have like a Joker symbol or something?
That's pretty generic, seeing that they are called
like
the Jokers.
A hat with a bunch of I see a hat with a bunch of
I've seen a couple Jokers. I think it's yellow. A yellow, red dots, and I don't know how big they are as far as different areas where they're located. I don't have too much information about them. But for them to notice me, notice and watch the show, I've said, wow, man, that's pretty great. And the Jokers, that's a white club.
Yeah. So there's several different ones of them, but I always thought that I saw this hat with all these.
No, over the second one to the top.
Over here?
Yeah.
This one. Still the same hat. Just a different. Yeah, this is them. This is the guys, the hat. See, I be knowing my motorcycle clubs. Don't do that.
Hey, I just got to make sure. I see Michigan. I'm going to go with what looks familiar, man. I don't want to mess up and get somebody, get the wrong stuff. I got to go with what's familiar.
And here they are, MC Michigan. Are they 1%ers? They got the whole state on their back.
I don't know. I don't really know too much about them like that. I just know who they are and know where their mother chapter is just by moving around.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, Jokers, thank you so much for recognizing our man and watching our show. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I knew you'd do some good when I met you. That's why I wanted you on the show, my man. All right. So anyway, you guys get over to Mike Bald on Black Dragon. Hey, K Wayne, good to have you on as always in the background, looking at everything and making everything good. Gatekeeper. Sven, you travel safely, and everybody else take care. Lavish, thank you so much. Check you out 10 o'clock tomorrow.
All right.
Okay? All right. Be safe out there today on that highway. And I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Make sure to pre-order my brand new book, the Motorcycle Club Protocol book, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101. Let me show this to you before I get out of here. Where is it? Here it is. Right here. Motorcycle Club Protocol 101, the new book. I might do both covers is what I'm thinking about. So I'll give you a choice to buy whichever cover you want. That's what I'm thinking about. But you can pre-order your book at blackdragonsgear.com. Blackdragonsgear.com. All right. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be. If you are seeking clarity about
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Ro? So we'll talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the second is volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG. Bonafide, certified, a true MC. The Biker Boys. The Biker Boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon, Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon. Black Savage. MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon's Biker TV at its best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon, I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.